Can you use the bathroom or anything?
No, I'm good.
Awesome. And you can have a seat right here in this middle one.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, good. And you?
I'm good. Could take the Shane Pro throw.
Yes, sir.
Take the bounce today with the state police. All right. Today's date is March 9th, 2023. Time now is 1:03 p.m. We going over this? I think. Alright, so it's just some questions that I'm going to follow on. It's questions we're asking everybody. It's just for me to stay on track and make sure I ask everything I need to ask. What's your full name?
Chad Hollins.
Can you spell your last name?
Hollins.
Okay. And who do you work for, Mr. Hollins?
Bossier City Police Department.
Alright. What's your date of birth?
December 23rd, 1977.
And that makes you
45.
Christmas was no fun for you, huh? You got everything. You had to share the day.
Double up on that.
Oh, yeah. You get the toy for your birthday and the batteries for Christmas.
What's your badge number, sir?
5401.
Alrighty. And your radio call sign?
I don't have one, but that day I was working as 209. And my FTO was 209 Alpha.
Okay. And what's your current assignment at Bossier City?
I'm still in training, so that day was my third week of phase 3.
Okay.
And I was on B shift from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And so, just for clarification training, could you explain to me just everything you've done up until this point in your career at Bossier? Like I'm saying, did you go to a post academy?
I went to Caddo.
Okay.
I hired out there in January. My last day at Caddo Parish was July. I worked in the jail for 2.5 months, and then I decided to come over to Bossier, but I originally applied for state police.
Okay.
And once I found out I still had a ways to go on my run time, I applied for Bossier. And I thought in the meantime, getting experience, with a law enforcement agency before trying out again would help out.
Oh yeah.
And here I am.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
And
So-
when you say January, was it July?
July is my last day.
Is that up 22? 22?
22, yes,
Okay.
sir.
So July.
Yes, sir. I graduated. I took my post exam May 4th, 2022.
And you were working for who whenever you took
Caddo
that?
Parish Sheriff Department.
Okay. And what was your the days you worked at Caddo?
Exact days I don't know.
Oh no, just month and year.
Oh, January through July 2022.
And you were in Caddo's post academy.
Yes, sir.
And once
Class 51.
Class 51.
Took the
Okay.
post exam May 4th and graduated May 10th.
Okay. And when did you start at Bossier?
Bossier, my official day I believe was October 4th.
2022.
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you have any patrol experience at Caddo?
No,
Or
sir.
you just
It was
knew
strictly corrections. We had to wait for slot stuff and before they allowed you to go to patrol school. So all my experience was just in the jail.
Okay. I know this is probably hard to answer. What are your normal duty hours? And you can explain that they change.
It changes each phase. So
Okay.
you do 4 weeks on each phase, and I was at my last phase. So I started off on C shift, and my last phase was B shift, so 2 p.m. through 10 p.m.
Okay. On your current assignment, what's your off days?
Off days, it shadows my FTO, so my off days were Sunday and Monday.
Okay. On the day of the incident we're talking about is this past Saturday. There was a pursuit that started in Houghton worked its way all the way to US 80 and Benton Road in Bossier City and ended in a crash and shots fired. Do you know the incident we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on that day, what were your duty hours?
2 p.m. through 10 p.m.
Were you a regular working day? You weren't on any special details?
No, sir.
48 hours prior to the incident, had you worked any extra duty details or overtime shifts?
No overtime shifts. Only overtime I had was report writing in the back parking lot.
Okay. Can you describe your uniform you were wearing the day of the incident?
It was a Class B uniform. The black. I think that day I had the black polo issue with the outer vest, with the black 511 pants and black 511 boots.
Okay. On your polo and your vest, did you have anything that said maybe Bossier City Police or police, maybe a badge, nameplate?
I have a badge on the front left, and I have a Velcro police on the left side as well.
Okay. Was there anything on your shirt maybe?
On the sleeves, it had police engraved at the bottom of the sleeve on each side of the polo.
Okay. And was there anything on the back of your vest?
Just a Velcro patch with police.
Okay. Was that issued by Bossier?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The equipment you had that day, whether it been on your vest or your rig belt, can you describe to me everything that you had?
Let's see. I had the body cam in the center. I had a microphone above that with the cord. On the left side, I had the ASK, or weapon. In the front here, I had the spray. Right side of my belt buckle, I had my keys, key fob, magazine holster, and then my pocket, and then right here, I had the tourniquet, handcuffs, and in front of the tourniquet was a flashlight.
Okay. And your duty pistol was on your
Left side.
Left side? Okay. Were you issued a taser?
No,
No
sir.
taser? Okay. Talking about your firearms, so you said you had 2 magazines on your duty belt and a holster, and then I'm assuming you had 1 magazine inserted into your firearm.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the capacity of the magazine capacity of your firearm?
I believe it's 18.
18. Okay. Is it a Glock 17?
I don't know the exact model. I just
Exact
know it's
model.
9mm Glock.
Okay.
I really didn't have previous firearm experience prior to law enforcement.
Okay. Regardless of the number, let's say if it was 10, did you have all your rounds inside of it? Was it completely filled and topped off?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then the magazine that was inserted into your gun, was it topped off and you had 1 in the chamber?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then your other 2 magazines, they were both completely topped off. Okay. Can you describe the vehicle you and your FTO were driving that day?
It was a black Tahoe.
Okay. Did it have any police markings, lights, sirens, maybe a spotlight? Did it have anything like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could you just briefly describe what it looked like what was maybe written on the side of of your unit?
It had the lettering with police on the doors,
Okay.
and the unit number on the fenders. I keep forgetting the unit number because I had to walk to it every day in the parking lot, hitting the key. I think it was 27, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's understandable. So would you consider it a fully marked police car issued by Bossier City Police?
Yes, sir.
Who are the occupants inside the vehicle?
Just me and Officer Russell.
Okay. You know Officer Russell's first name?
Gregory.
Okay, and is he your field training officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Inside the car, did you recognize there to be an in-car camera?
Outward facing one.
An outward facing, probably centered like in the middle, closer towards the window.
It was on the right side of the rear view mirror.
Okay. Do you know if that camera was activated?
To my knowledge, I believe it was.
Okay. I guess you had all the spotlights emergency. Was all the emergency lights and sirens working properly inside the car?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y'all had a radio and a computer inside?
Yes, sir.
All that was working good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Outside of your body-worn camera and the in-car camera, was there any other recording device that maybe the department issued or that you had personally?
That was on the vest?
On your person or inside your vehicle? As far as anything that was active, any other camera that you had personally or the department issued?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any prior military experience?
Yes, sir.
What would you do in the military?
It was National Guard,
Okay.
11 Bravo.
Is that the Army National Guard?
Yes, sir. Louisiana Army National Guard.
What's an 11 Bravo?
Infantry.
Okay. As an infantry, can you just briefly describe some of the things that y'all were taught at infantry school as far as weapons, handling of weapons, any kind of clearing houses or high stress situations dealing with that?
It was basically everything you just stated, just weapon safety, clearing, and battle drills, and PT, things of that nature.
Okay.
I never got sent to a unit because during the training I had a hernia operation, and they recycled me back, and then after that I just spent the time at recruit sustaining program in Monroe. So I never had like any deployments or sent to a unit or nothing like that.
Okay. At Bossier, you probably don't at this point, or in any of your prior law enforcement, have you ever had any experience with SWAT teams or any kind of tactical teams, anything, firearms instructors, anything like that?
Just a basic instruction on post.
Okay. All right. So just in your own words, from the time that you and your FTO, Officer Russell, were notified of the incident that was going on, can you just walk me, how were you notified, and then just the events leading up to the crash?
We were just listening to the radio, and we heard officers engaging in pursuit, and I believe I asked them, I was like, is a pursuit going on? And after that, we realized it was possibly going to come our way, because when we first heard about it, it was on an airline.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last, what I can recall was I heard them saying we're passing Villaggio apartments. So at that point, we activated the lights on airline, and we drove down to the intersection of airline in East Texas. We made a left, and by the time we passed the Chili's, I remember seeing the black GMC headed our way, and he said as soon as we get a gap, and it's safe to do so, get behind him. And the truck passed by with the suspect driving, and I think several law enforcement vehicles passed by, and then I saw a gap. We made a U-turn and got behind him, and we went through the intersection of airline, and it looked like he had crashed out with somebody, and we kept going. And then as we came down to the next intersection of Benton, I saw the truck flip and come to a stop, and it just stopped the vehicle and put it in park and hopped out. And by the time I saw Officer Russell, I didn't realize they were shooting because I thought that was the radiator popping. I thought the engine had overheated. And when I realized they were shooting, I believe I stepped back behind the vehicle, and then I think I came back around, and then after that, everyone started moving in closer. and just moved in closer. Then I saw the suspect in the vehicle and reholstering, and then after that I went to the truck to get the crime scene tape and just roped off everything. And
Okay.
that's pretty much it.
Okay, whenever y'all saw him at the Chili's on USA, could you get a clear picture inside? Did it look like, if you did it look like he was maybe holding a gun or anything in his hands?
I never saw a weapon.
Okay, and then at Airline and USA, I think you mentioned there was maybe a crash. Did you see the vehicle crash into another vehicle?
No, sir, I just heard the noise and looked like debris flying,
Mm-hmm.
and the sun was setting. I just remember the sun being right in front of us.
Okay, and then going up towards the scene of where it finally ended at, you said you saw the vehicle flip, but once the vehicle came to rest and you got out, what did you notice was going on? Were you positioned behind your vehicle, or were you trying to move up, like where
I was
Officer
trying to
Russell?
move up, trying to find my FTO, and I
Okay.
just remember seeing him in the corner of my eye, and kept looking at the vehicle, and I just remember the smoke coming from under the hood and the radiator fluid and stuff coming out.
Okay,
But I never was in a position to see the suspect,
okay. You could never see the window or look inside the window?
not until after the fact.
Okay. Did you hear any officers yell out any statements towards the vehicle, maybe trying to give commands? Did you hear any of that?
I don't remember. I can't recall.
Okay. After everything was said and done with, did you walk up to the vehicle and look inside?
Yes, sir.
What'd you notice?
I saw the suspect laying down. I saw what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his arm, and he was staring up towards, well, the vehicle was on the side. He was just staring upward, and his body was still doing the little movements and everything. And I just stared at it for a few seconds, and then after that, just started getting the crime tape up.
Okay. Did you know, outside of noticing him in the car, did you notice anything else? Just anything that stands out to you?
I just saw the airbags everywhere and things of that nature.
Okay. Did you or anybody else call for an ambulance or EMS to come do medical treatment on the driver?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Because at that point, I just went away while everyone else was doing their deal because, like I said, I was new to everything, and I just remember going to get the crime scene tape.
Okay.
Officer Hollins, who was driving your unit?
I was.
Okay. And you said you couldn't remember, I get high stress situation, if anybody called for fire department, ambulance. Did you personally ever administer any first aid to the suspect?
No, sir.
Detective Anche asked you if there was anything else that kind of stood out to you in the vehicle when you saw the suspect and possibly some entry wounds to his arm. Specifically, did you ever see a weapon in the vehicle?
I never did.
Okay. Do you recall what other agencies were on scene other than Bossier City Police?
When it's all said and done, I remember seeing Bossier Sheriff and Hollins.
All right. And I know you have limited law enforcement experience. Have you ever been involved in or present for an officer-involved shooting
No, sir.
prior to this one?
No, sir.
Did you fire your weapon?
No, sir.
All right. Did you have the opportunity to give any verbal commands to the suspect?
I never saw a suspect until after the fact.
All right. What radio channel were y'all operating off of Bossier City?
All I just know is just Channel 1, the main patrol channel.
Okay. When you guys first heard of the pursuit starting, did dispatch ever relay anything specifically about the individual as far as like maybe he was dangerous or anything like, did they give, do you recall?
I don't even remember any much about the radio. I just kept asking my FTO, do I do this? Do I go into this lane? Because at one point I think we had to go into oncoming traffic. And I had nothing to base it on but stuff I learned at the academy and stuff, and
I
I was
got
just
you.
worried about intersections and checking up and trying to recall stuff.
I understand. I know you got the opportunity to see the suspect. I don't know if you've heard his name since then. Best that you can recall, have you ever dealt with this individual before?
No, sir.
All right. Has anyone asked you to lie or otherwise try to influence your statement today?
No, sir.
And I just want to make sure that we understand, or I understand, when you exited the vehicle, when the shots were fired, you had not yet gotten into a position where you could see inside the windshield or see a suspect because the vehicle was on its side. So basically the engine block was in your way, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you couldn't fire your weapon because you couldn't see a threat. You couldn't see into the vehicle.
No, sir, I couldn't.
All right. When the shots occurred, do you remember if there was ever a pause and then additional shots were fired?
I remember a few pauses. It felt like it stopped, and then it felt like it started again.
Okay.
And I never knew a number because it just sounded like light bulbs going off.
I got you. But I think you said you just kind of tunnel that you don't remember if you heard any officers giving commands or saying anything.
I just remember like hand signs and it looked like they was doing like this. And the only officer that I could recall for the most part was the one that was wearing the green.
Okay.
And I just remember him having like a perfect stance and like stuff you see on the videos.
Okay.
Man, is there anything that we might have forgotten to ask you that you think is important for us to know?
It's all new to me, so I would know what y'all would ask.
Yeah. It's a high stress situation, I'm sure. Okay. We'll go. Shane, anything? Time now is 1:25 p.m. Gonna end this interview.